stay-at-home wife. I can't believe I'm saying that right now because this is the soft life that I dreamed of as a little girl. Today is Sunday, which means we have our fresh flowers for the week. So I ended up going with this yellow bouquet because it's just giving summer vibes. And if y'all don't do this already, it's time to start doing fresh flowers on a Sunday.
To the bathroom so that my kids don't see me cry. What do stay-at-home moms that have no money do in domestic violence situations?
What am I gonna get to see? When am I gonna see my kids happy? When do I get to see it? I work all fucking day, all night for your dumb ass. And you don't do shit for me.
Just because a man goes to work every day and pays all the bills doesn't make him a provider. You know, a man has to want to provide. He has to know that's his duty. This man obviously resents this woman and just sees her as another dependent. However, she's the one that has to deal with a child 24/7 and has no break, has no connection to the outside world besides her phone. She has no time to just cry in peace because she has a child that's following her everywhere she's going. So never be with a man where he sees you as a burden. Be with a man that's an actual provider. He knows that's his duty. He finds joy in taking care of his family. He knows that's what makes him a man, not a man that just sees you as another person that he has to take care of. And he's just angry at the whole world. And a man has to have abundance of money to take care of a family. Not a man that has a 9-to-5 job. No. And he has no other assets, properties, nothing that's making him money. Like, no. These are dusties. Men who complain about bills, these are dusties. And y'all trying to turn these dusties into providers. And it doesn't work like that. Anyways, let's keep watching.
Yep, it's truly wild. It will take me years to rebuild what I lost in a 3-year relationship, if ever at all. Before I married a narcissist, I owned my own house, had a well-paying salaried career, perfect credit, a house filled with brand new things that I bought with my own money, kids with less anxiety, and certainly more mental faculties. By the time our divorce was complete, I was homeless, jobless, without a car, destroyed credit from him reversing several of my credit card payments and car payments, and I had to fight tooth and nail to even get into an apartment, which I struggled immensely to financially keep up with, while having 3 kids, one of which full-time, and 2 most of the time, and a child who needed special accommodations. Narcissists are notorious for one of 2 things. Either 1, leeching off of someone, using them for a house and all of their financial needs, while feeling entitled to money that they never had to work for, which that in itself can financially destroy someone. Or 2, financially abusing the person that they are with, withholding money, as my husband did, not allowing them access to any financial accounts, refusing to disclose information like how they haven't been paying for the mortgage for over a year and you were about to get kicked out of your house and had absolutely no idea, continually changing the passwords on accounts, but still reaming them for spending $3.90 on a meal because the account got overdrafted that should have had thousands in it, telling you to quit your job and start your new career, and then when you finally get somewhere and land your first commission checks, they decide to take that money and spend $6,000 on themselves right before Christmas after not paying the mortgage for over a year. On fishing lures, new accessories for the custom boat that was sure to get paid on time, 2 custom pew-pews, because sniper rifles are definitely a priority above having a roof over your head.
Can I have $20? There we go. That's
One of the biggest concerns women have about being a stay-at-home mom is that they will be financially reliant on someone else, that they will be in a position that puts them at a disadvantage financially, a disadvantage if their husband is to pass away unexpectedly, if that partner is to leave them unexpectedly. Not only do they not have access to their own money and own bank accounts, they don't have access to the marital money. In this instance, this woman is saying that she never has any money and that she's a stay-at-home mom. She has to ask for money constantly from her partner. And this can be a really dangerous dynamic. Not only do women take a huge financial hit when it comes to leaving a career in regards to just potential earnings, they lose out on benefits, they lose out on retirements, they lose out on a lot of things, right? But then to be in a relationship where money essentially is kept from the partner who is staying at home can be really, really dangerous to navigate. And it puts women in a position where they are not safe within that relationship. And I'm not saying that this instance is financial abuse, but I do think financial abuse exists in a lot of relationships where this dynamic is present.
All right, all my soft life girls.
I feel like if you have to ask a man for $20, he's not a provider. If you have to continuously ask a man for money and he knows that you're not working, he is not a provider, okay? I want the type of man where I am given something before I even ask, right? That's like you feeding a dog every day. You know the dog is going to be hungry. You know the dog is going to want something to drink, right? You're not going to ask the dog if it's hungry. You're just going to give the dog damn food, right? So, and I'm not saying women are dogs. Of course, these men in the comments are going to lose their minds and be like, yeah, you guys are dogs, whatever. But you know this woman is not working. You know this woman is taking care of the household. You know she's going to want to get her hair done, her nails done. You know that she's probably going to need some upkeep. You know she's probably going to want to go out with her friends. You know that she should have some money saved for herself and only herself. Why is it she has to come to you now and ask you for money? And I just feel like the whole thing is so dehumanizing. And I think these relationships are designed so the men can stay in power and so they can feel like they have control because they know what they're doing. Anyways, let's keep watching.
Listen up, okay? This woman right here is about to be divorced and is about to be completely homeless. Let's talk about some things that you can do so that this won't be you. I've said this before and I will say it again. Being a stay-at-home mother is not a privilege. It is a financial partnership. And if you go into it with that mindset, things like this don't have to happen to you. First of all, because of the disproportionate amount of time that you're going to be performing free labor, okay, you're going to have to find ways to make your money work for you. And I'm going to tell you a secret about side hustles. They don't always start off as passive. That's why you need to start this in your younger years. Don't wait till you have 4, 5, 6 kids, no funds, no free time, no self-care or nothing to start a side hustle. Start you one early. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your name is on everything, okay? Don't rely on that marriage certificate to make sure that, oh, when we divorce and I'm going to get half of this and half of that. Most of these dudes that you're marrying are broke. Half of zero is still zero, okay? So make sure that you have your name on the deed to the place that you live. Don't rely on that marriage certificate.
Thankful that right now I'm able to do this, but sometimes I wish I could go back to work because I'm so sick and tired of feeling like I'm letting my husband down because he's getting hit with one expense after the next, and they're all unexpected expenses. I just received yet another medical bill from my child's ambulance ride back when she had her head injury, and felt like we can't even breathe. Like we cannot even get out of water anymore. And then the whole formula thing, we don't qualify for WIC. And it's like, how does somebody that works so hard and makes such a good income, like we are still struggling? This world makes me sick.
So the common denominator that I'm noticing is financial issues. Whether your husband's taking all the money and you have none, you have no idea if he's leading a double life, or you can't go back to work because you've had so many children that you can't afford to offset daycare. So you have to stay home with them. But 9 times out of 10, these men are not wealthy. So if you are not contributing financially to the household, that is taking away from a certain lifestyle that you're risking by, voluntarily staying home. I just don't see any long-term benefits of being a stay-at-home mom because, unfortunately, the studies don't show it going in their favor overall.
Some of the more covert cases, you don't even know that you're being financially abused until it's too late. Here are some of the more overt ways that a victim can be financially abused, and then we'll get into the sneaky covert ways. Restricting access to money or withholding bank information. Forcing a victim to turn over their entire paycheck. Demanding to control how your income is spent. Forbidding the victim from working at all. Sabotaging the victim's employment by making them miss work or jeopardizing their job. forcing them to work in the family business without proper compensation or compensation at all, creating debt in the victim's name without their knowledge or consent, forcing the victim to take on loans or debts, and then controlling the repayment process.
Let's talk about financial abuse. Financial abuse can take on many forms, depending if you are an income earner or if you're not. If you are solely dependent on your narcissist for any money that you may have, you are at an extremely vulnerable position, and they can take advantage of that at any time, in which they do.
Where did money come from?
Well, you won't now.
So in that video, she is not allowed to get a job because he wants her to stay at home full-time, look after the kids. But he also has full financial control and doesn't let her spend any of the money. And there are people in the comments saying, oh, this is why I'm going to be a strong, independent woman, or oh, this is why I'll never be a stay-at-home mom. Being a stay-at-home mom isn't the problem. The problem is not having clear agreements before marriage. My boyfriend and I have spoken about this a lot, and he always says that when we get married, and if I ever choose to stop running my business to be a full stay-at-home housewife, he will not only have a joint account with me, but he will also pay me a monthly salary so that I have money stashed up that I never have to use in case we ever divorce.
I definitely think a lot of what she said has some.
Unfortunately, a lot of men will not give you the power to walk away. They're not going to give you a separate bank account where they throw money in every month just in case a relationship doesn't work out. So ladies, have an account that man doesn't know about. Have money tucked away. Have emergency accounts. Give money to a family member that you trust with your whole heart if it doesn't work out. If you really don't want to have kids, don't have it for the sake of that man. Most likely you will be taking care of that child by yourself. A great way to test a man, honestly, is to have a pet, right? If you are stuck taking care of that pet the majority of the time, most likely you'll be taking care of that child majority of the time. Don't do it. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're already staying with a man and you're not paying any bills and he's paying all the bills and he has all the financial power, and then throw a kid in. That will be a recipe for disaster. Now you're gonna feel like I have to stay because I need someone to protect me and my kid, and I don't have the finances to get out of this relationship and take care of my child and myself. So don't do it. At least push comes to shove, if there is some DV going on, you can always leave and you don't have to worry about no kid and what's going to happen with the kid and how you're going to have to make the narcissist see the kid. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to worry about yourself, okay? But if you're going to take a risk like that, listen, be smart. If you're going to play a stupid game, at least play smart at it so you can leave unscathed. Because it's a risky game and it's a stupid game. Anyways, y'all, thank you for watching.